The universe is screwing with me. Well, me and Lady G. Oh man. So, yeah, a little bit later today, yeah, poor little Sophie's got to go in and have her eye removed. Yesterday, for the first time in somewhere between 16 and 17 years, I had to file a complaint on an fellow employee. And the doc goes to Abbey Road. Wait, what? No. Yeah, I was finally getting caught up on some stuff. I was looking at the photos and stuff, and they showed this sequence where, yep, of course it is plainly the 60s, and they have a section down there in Wales set up to look like Abbey Road. You know, right down to the crosswalk and everything, and they have the signs up and whatnot. Um, you can't blame them because last time Doctor Who went to Abbey Road was when Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman went out there to do that quick shoot, in the Beatles positions. And it's a very busy still a very busy street. And they literally had to run out there in between traffic bursts, do the photos or run the video, whatever. It was, those two and a couple of Daleks, if I remember right. And so they've recreated it down there in Wales. So a little Beatles connection thrown in there. Yeah, it's been a weird week. I love this. Monday starts off with a bang now. Oh yeah, has anyone else been seeing? Does anyone else still use Facebook? I don't know why I stay there. I don't even know why I stay on Twitter. Honestly, other than there are some interesting things there if you look. But Facebook's gotten ridiculous. As I told you, they unpublished the Dr. Freedom page for something I posted on there last August that I filed a dispute on and won. Excessive nudity. It was Elle Fanning in a backless dress. Was excessive nudity. Ugh. And I literally had, I would rip into him, but what's the point? You're only going to talk to a bot. Morning, everybody who's coming in. Yeah, I don't blame you if you're not using Facebook. It's gotten silly. Someone once asked me, how do you think you know so much about this, that, or those? And I replied to them, are you silly? Do you honestly think that, people are just, doing what the government says and all that? And I shot them a quote by Hermann Goering from the Nuremberg trials. And it was automatically shut down because it was by a Nazi. And I said, look, Nazis were, genocidal, psychotic weirdos, but a lot of the things they said are pages right from the playbook that's going on right now. The quote I shot him was, controlling the population is easy. Simply convince the people they're under attack and then denounce the pacifists for their lack of patriotism. And if you don't see that happening here in this country all the damn time, especially when we want to go back to the sandbox to fight for a few more years, that's exactly what goes on. But of course, I'm called a conspiracy theorist. Or the other favorite right out of the propaganda playbook. Some say it was Hitler, some say it was Goebbels. Someone asked me, are you kidding me? How did they get away with this? I said, it's very simple. The bigger the lie, the more often you repeat it, the more likely people are to believe it. That's a kind rephrasing of it, but that's basically what they said. And it just amazes me how much of the tactics that government used and the in propaganda you see today. It's kind of sad. Like nobody's learned to look out for these things. But the doctor's on Abbey Road. Hey. But yeah, that's Facebook's become a joke. I guess YouTube's been cracking down on some people, and yeah, they're jumping all over the place. Yeah, with the block order. Yeah, thank you for reminding me, Mark. I thought that was rather peculiar, and I was about to forget to mention it. Yeah, the interior light on the TARDIS is like a lavender, which would fit very well with what we've seen of the console room, if that's the type of lighting they're going to use. And like I said, because I'm hearing that they're going to explain the change in TARDIS interior in a comic book, and I'm like, it could be that to you. Yeah, it's kind of like a nice lavender feel to it. It's a light purple. It's a happy purple. Not like Alvin purple, but that's a whole nother story. See, what do we got going on here? Oh yeah, 50 degrees out here this morning. By the time we got here, it's going to be in the 70s. Yesterday was pretty great too. It started off a little bit chilly, but then well, they've kind of already done that, because if the Meeps and the Wraiths or the Rarths, whatever they're called, are showing up, they're primarily comic book canon. The only other place, like I said, the only reason I even know about Beep the Meeps, because the little bonus story called The Ratings War, that was out for Big Finish Audio. Other than that, from what I've heard, they're pretty much comics. And it's like, dude, the comic book canon's all over the place. Come on, the Fourth Doctor actually was a Marvel character for a bit. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, I haven't read any of the Doctor Who magazine stuff. I haven't seen the clips yet, but I know they're out there somewhere of Shooty playing Romeo. Oh, wait a minute. I have to stick with the algorithm, so hang on, everybody. Woke, Trump, diversity hire, what else? What are some keywords I can throw out there? Bud Light, sorry, had to throw in some things to get in the algorithm. Also, another favorite thing I'm seeing out there is guys on screens shouting like, they're trying to shout over a crowd, or they're standing on a soapbox, literally. It's like, that says, oh yeah, wait a minute, Amber Heard moves out of Hollywood. There we go, forgot that one. Oh yeah, women's sports, leak, spoilers, Riley Gaines. Sorry, yeah, I had to say some keywords there to get it on the algorithm. Yep, stupid things out there in society that it's like, I'm like, wait a minute, this is dominating the headlines. Trust me, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see Leak Guy try to say, I've gotten an inside tip that Santa Claus is coming to town. Uh, um, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer will guest star. I know everybody's been going crazy because of the, they mentioned the one fellow who used to be on Glee apparently is going to be in the show, and I'm like, just because the guy was on Glee doesn't mean it's going to be a musical episode or something like that. It's a white car on my left. It's just the lighting. It's my tail lights lighting up his fender. You look hurt. Well, Ronnie's returning, but on Big Finish, and we're talking about Ronnie from, Bannerman Road, not the Ronnie. As in Anjali Mahindra, I butchered her name again. Oh man, is it Anjali or is it? I'm just glad she's been in a lot of different things from what I've been seeing. After that series, had to go off the air sadly because with the death of Liz Sladen. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she is partnered up right now with Sasha Dhawan. Kind of weird, ain't it? The Masters dating Ronnie. Dun dun dun. Oh. She was also that Scorpion Empress girl in that Tesla show. Yeah, poor Soph. She had to have her pain meds this morning. And then she can't eat anything until after the surgery, so we had to put all the food bowls up on the counter, and now Oreo's going to be getting up on the counter. Queen Skithra. Okay, I'd forgotten the name. Thank you. Now, guys, we're supposed to blight that whole terrible era out of our minds because I has it on the good authority that RTD will ignore that entire timeless children debacle. I'm just, I'm glad that, because there's a lot of actors and all that get into these shows that get typecast and they never get out of that, type of role. So I'm glad she's getting different opportunities. The timeless children ate my cat. The timeless children stole my car. The timeless children stuck me up in the middle of the street and took my wallet. Chibnall and Whitaker killed Doctor Who. They went on a serial murder spree. They're still digging up the bodies out there in Rothlock. Ground penetrating radar has been brought in. But it's like, trust me, I'm not the least bit surprised given all the history of this show that has been put on the back burner, because everybody seems to think they've destroyed Doctor Who continuity. It's like, have you been watching this show for too long? It treads over itself all the time. Yeah, Chibnall disrespected William Hartnell. What'd he do, whiz on his grave? Because Philip Hinchcliffe did that years ago, back in 76. And nobody cared. I think I think it was Sophie Aldred or somebody else, said they were so glad, they were in an era of Doctor Who, like I said, I may be misquoting him, so, before there was social media. Exactly. Brain of Morbius, 1976. That's what I always tell them. It's like, well, no, those were past incarnations of Morbius. No, they weren't. You obviously didn't flip on the info track on the DVD or Blu-ray. Also, you didn't read the fact that I wish I still had the article. I think I have it saved from 70. Back then when they were looking to cast people as previous incarnations of the Doctor. It's right there in black and white. And even Philip Hinchcliffe stated repeatedly, no, those are not previous incarnations of Morbius. Those were previous incarnations of the Doctor before Hartnell, because we didn't have a definitive age limit on just how old the Doctor was. Well, folks, I just looked at the time. I got to get running inside. So take care, everybody, please. Thoughts and prayers for little Sophie today. She's going in to have her eye removed. And be kind, be calm, be safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all again in the future. All right, good day.